Hello YouTube, so in this video I will be reviewing the Mercedes C250 AMG Sport, the Coupe edition. It's such a brilliant car. I'm going to take you through everything from the front to the back. Actually, let's start from the back and then work our way to the front. Better yet, let's start from the top. So I'll get out and just show you the exterior. So this is how it looks from the outside. It's a nice little or big car depending on what car you've got next to it or near it. I've debadged it. I've removed the C250 on, but I've left the AMG sign on. It's not actually a Brabus. It's from down south somewhere, maybe the Midlands. I can't remember. Wolverhampton. It's got a sunroof. That was an optional extra, and it's probably one of the best features on the car. This flap thing here prevents any wind, and it's just it's a brilliant feature. Bit of window tints, the AMG Sport wheels. I painted the brake calipers red. The car overall just looks incredible. It's one of those cars where you can park it up and then look back at it and it just looks beautiful. So as I said, starting from the back, we'll start with the boot. There's a lot of good boot space. Look at that, I got my wellies in there. The back seats fall back, so you can just pull these latches and both seats will fall back. There's a lot of room in here, a lot of space, and it's just a very practical car in that sense. In fact, in my opinion, it's better than getting a C63 because you're not having to spend all that money and getting poor fuel mileage just to do 30 in your local area. So this is the best of both. It's got the practical version. The cost is really low. It's very practical and it's not expensive to run. So I folded those seats back. Actually, you can pull the front seats forward like that, and they're automatic seats. As you can see, the back seats fall back. Very practical in that sense. I'll just lock them back in. Otherwise, we'll get a little error from the sensors. AMG mats, yeah, a lot of space. Everything's electric, obviously. The windows, memory seats. So if you've got, say, a friend that likes a seat a certain way, they can save that setting. So that is the front. Now let's go to the driver's side. So all the windows are practically tinted. I'll jump in a bit and show you the interior, but first let me show you the engine. Alright, so on the front you've got a 2.2 litre V8, which is just standard for a low-cost car of this caliber. I've got powered by Brabus, but that's just a sticker. It's got the C63, whatever it's called, grille. It's got a coolant kit in that it's from Brabus, which is quite cool. So you know your engine's always going to be looked after and nice and cool. The engine is massive. It fits all the way in there. I can't imagine a 6.2 litre version, the C63. Yeah, always make sure your oil is good, check your coolant, and you're good to go. So that is the engine compartment. I've shown you the back. This is the passenger side. Let me just show you a few features here. Okay, so you've got the dual what's it called, aircon. You can have it cold on one side, hot on the other side. They call it zoning. It's got navigation as standard. A lot of things are standard. We'll jump in the front now. I'll take you through a few of the features and then we'll take you for a little spin. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a wonderful man. Okay, so if you're the driver or passenger, as I said, even the seats are electronic. You can go up, down, push the front part of the bottom seat, go back, go forward. Just a lot of ways you can adjust the seats. Lock your doors. The windows up and down are electronic as well. I don't know if you could see what I was doing there. Maybe you can now. Let me put the camera down a bit. There you go, everything's electronic over there. Memory seats, as I mentioned before. You can pop the boot open down there. Handbrake is over here. There's no actual handbrake lever. Actually, there is a handbrake lever down there. So put your handbrake in by pushing that third, what would be the clutch in a normal car, and then you pull this bar to release your handbrake. It's an automatic. Actually, it's called semi-automatic because you've got the option for the flaps. You can up gear on the right, down gear on the left, but it's got 7 gears. So if you can, just stick to the automatic. And if you want to go a bit sporty with the high revs, high shifting and all that fancy stuff, just put it in sport mode. It's got eco mode, which is what I use the most, because this car, when it comes to fuel, is a beast. It does about 60 miles per gallon on the motorway, which is just perfect. It's perfect for me. You get to save a lot of money. Okay, it's perfect for me because you get to save a lot of money. But yeah, shall we take it for a little spin? If you want to control that, I'm not gonna put the radio on because YouTube. I plan to make a bit of money from this shit. Other features up here, you've got that, so I can see myself. You've got the control for the roof. I can put it up or down. I'm gonna keep it closed at the minute. So these are the controls: push it back, up, and all sorts, and then the lights and so on. It's a great car. Let's turn it on and do a little drive. I'm in a Tesco car park at the minute, so I don't know where people normally shoot their videos. All right, we're gonna need to fill up, which is also why I'm at the Tesco car park. The steering, you can push it in, push it out, and up, down. Everything's controlled that way. Put it into reverse. Check nobody's behind me. I'll show you the sound in a minute. Okay, I hope you guys can see that. Alrighty, let's take it over here, and then I can put my foot down a little bit and just show you how amazing this car sounds. You ready? Put it into sport mode. It doesn't have launch control. You've just got to put your foot down. But the car is just amazing to drive. And honestly, it's a beast. If you're gonna buy any daily driver, I definitely recommend a C250 because it's the best of both sport and practicality as well as cost. So it's very quick. Bear in mind, the fastest you're ever gonna go on a normal road in the UK anyway is 70 miles an hour. Unless you've got a private racetrack or anything fancy like that, the best you're gonna be doing is 70 miles an hour. That 0 to 60 is really good in this car. It doesn't weigh a lot. It's the Coupe edition, and it's just very practical. You know, you can fit 4 people in here. That 5th person, there's a middle bit that just doesn't allow that. There's a lot of boot space, so it's really good in that way as well. What else? It's sporty, it's quick, it can be very comfortable, as you can see with the seats. Very, very comfortable. It can also be very practical. It's just, if you're gonna pick a daily driver, I don't recommend anything other than a C250. You get an E-Class, you're paying more tax and insurance. It's just pointless. An S-Class, all the little things are gonna break. An A-Class is just not good enough. B-Class, maybe if you've got a family, but it's just not sporty enough. Whereas with a C-Class, if you get the sedan, okay, you got a family, blah, 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 blah. But if you get the Coupe edition, you've got the best of all the worlds, and you're really gonna love the car. And yeah, and that's what I have here. So yeah, time to get on. Okay, I think I'm recording again. Shit. You probably just missed a whole load of stuff. I thought I was recording, but apparently not. I'm gonna go as low as possible just so you get a better view of what I'm seeing. Okay, if I'm driving like this, There we go. Okay. This is the car driving. Let me adjust the steering wheel a little bit, pull it back, get it as low as possible. The audio isn't playing. All right. To be honest, we don't need the audio, but you could have a look at different things. This particular one has 105,000 miles, but we're gonna look at that just so we see. Let's see if I can reset everything. There you go, from scratch. So we're gonna do a nice little 5-minute trip around. Fucking hell. Alright, there's a bit of a speed bump there. Close the windows. The roof doesn't make that much wind noise because it's got this flap thing. But yeah, the car's great. The camera's on my head and there's gonna be a lot of bouncing around, but hopefully not too much. Let me just make my way out of this area. Yeah, if you look at the revs, this car is just a beast. This is a 30-mile-an-hour zone, so I can't go fast just yet, but I'll go somewhere where I can drive a little faster. And those miles per gallon will go up the further I drive. Okay, let's get out of it. Don't know if you guys can hear that, but that is a beautiful sound. Let's go this way, actually. How's it going, YouTube? Okay, so today I've decided to review a C250 Mercedes-Benz, the AMG Sport. It's the coupe version, obviously the best version. Alright, so let's take a look at it from the front and just show you the whole car. There it is. This is the first time doing this as well. I hope it all works out alright. But yeah, this is the car. So it's got a few optional extras, the seats, the roof, and I think the wheels as well. I'm not sure if they're standard, to be honest. But yeah, this is it. Let me show you around the car a little bit. Like, I really like the car. I think it's probably one of the best daily drivers you can have, because it's got a combination of both the sport and, you know, a bit of practicality as well. The red sport wheels, optional extra, and the roof, obviously, as I mentioned, it's got a lot of trunk space. There you go, it's got my wellies in there. Let's shut that. It's been debadged, but I've left the AMG on there. It looks great from the back too, and with the tinted back window, it looks pretty cool. This is my first time doing this as well, and this feels like a public space, but yeah, it's all good. Alright, so I'm gonna jump inside in a minute, take it for a little spin, but I just thought I'd show you what it looks like from the outside. The wheels are quite cool. Actually, I'll show you the engine as well. So it is quite a small car, or compared to other Mercedes, it's a small car, and to be honest, you wouldn't want a car bigger than this, especially if you're going for something a bit sporty. Let's open the passenger door. Here it is, all the seats. I mean, it's got memory seats, everything's electronic, including the steering wheel. You can adjust it electronically. All the seats. Yeah, here it is, it fits 4 people. The middle section, which would be the 5th passenger, is taken up. It's not really like a passenger car. Yeah, it's got a lot of great features. The back is quite comfortable, but not very spacious. So that's the inside. A lot of storage space, dual aircon, so you can have it hot on one half of the car and cold on the other half. But yeah, let me pop the boot open, show you the inside a little bit. So yeah, like I mentioned, this is my daily driver, so it's a C250, a 2.2 litre engine. And the best part about this car is, from far, it looks like a C63, but it's got the practical elements of being just a regular usable car. So there's the engine. I've got a little sticker that says powered by Brabus, but it's obviously not Brabus tuned, although it does have, not sure if you can see it down there, it's got a few kits that are from Brabus, but for example the coolant kit. Yeah, a lot of performance features. Great engine. It's a diesel engine and it gets you about 60 miles per gallon. Yeah, let's take it for a spin. I didn't shut that properly. Okay, there we go. Not sure if there's anything else anybody's interested in other than the interior and the performance. So yeah, let's jump in. Like I mentioned, everything's electronic, so you can adjust your seat to be just how you like it and have it a bit lower down.